Hello little explorers and welcome back to our channel. Are you ready for a super exciting story today? It's a tale from a faraway jungle, full of sunshine, green trees, and some very interesting animals. Have you ever wondered what happens when a small, gentle animal meets a big, tricky one? Well, today we're going to find out. We all meet a clever little deer with a big heart and a very hungry crocodile who loves to play tricks. This story is all about being smart, brave, and thinking fast. So, get comfy, open up your amazing imaginations, and let's jump right into the jungle for our adventure. The clever deer and the crocodile. Deep in a lush, green jungle, where colorful birds sang sweet songs and monkeys swung from vine to vine, lived a gentle little deer named Pip. Pip was known throughout the jungle for being kind and also very, very clever. He had soft brown fur, big curious eyes, and tiny antlers that were just starting to grow. Every day, Pip loved to explore, nibbling on sweet leaves and juicy berries. One sunny afternoon, Pip felt especially hungry. He had heard whispers from the parrots about a special patch of grass on the other side of the river. They said it was the sweetest, most delicious grass in the entire jungle. Pip's tummy rumbled just thinking about it. The only problem was the river. It was wide and flowed quickly, and worst of all, it was home to a grumpy, sneaky crocodile named Cranky. Cranky the crocodile had sharp teeth, scaly green skin, and was always looking for his next meal. All the smaller animals were afraid to go near the water when Cranky was around. Pip trotted to the riverbank and peeked through the tall reeds. Sure enough, there was Cranky, floating near the surface like a long, bumpy log, with only his eyes and snout showing. Pip knew he couldn't just swim across. Cranky would surely try to catch him. He needed a plan, a really clever plan. He sat down under a shady tree and thought, and thought, and thought. His little nose twitched as an idea began to sparkle in his mind. It was a bit risky, but it just might work. Taking a deep breath to be brave, Pip called out in a loud, clear voice, "Hello, Mr. Crocodile. How are you today?" Cranky, who had been pretending to be asleep, slowly opened one big eye. He was surprised. Usually, little animals ran away from him, not shouted hello. "What do you want, little dear?" he grumbled, his deep voice rumbling across the water. "I have a message from the king of the jungle," Pip announced, trying to sound very important. "The king is having a huge feast and wants to invite all the crocodiles. He asked me to count how many of you there are in this river." Cranky's eyes widened. A feast! He loved feasts, but he was also suspicious. "Count us? How can you count us from over there?" he asked. "That's the clever part," Pip explained excitedly. "If you all line up in a row, from this side of the river all the way to the other, I can just hop on your backs to count you. 1, 2, 3, and so on. It'll be quick and easy." Cranky thought about it. The idea of a feast was very tempting, and he was also a bit proud. He wanted to show the king how many strong crocodiles lived in his river. "All right, little dear," he bellowed. "I will call my friends." Cranky let out a huge roar, and soon, crocodiles of all sizes appeared. They grumbled and splashed, but Cranky told them about the king's feast and the plan. Eager for the party, they all agreed. One by one, they formed a long, bumpy bridge across the river, snout to tail. "Ready when you are," little counter," Cranky called out. Pip took a running leap and landed gently on the first crocodile's back, right behind its head. "One," he shouted. Then he hopped to the next. "Two, and the next. Three." He continued hopping from back to back, counting loudly each time. 4, 5, 6. The crocodiles lay very still, dreaming of the delicious food they were going to eat. Pip hopped faster and faster, his heart thumping with excitement. He was almost at the other side. 10, 11, 12, he counted. Finally, with one last big jump, he landed safely on the far riverbank, right next to the patch of sweet, green grass. He turned back to the crocodiles, a cheerful smile on his face. "Thank you for the ride, my crocodile friends. You've been a great help." Cranky, who was the last crocodile in the line, was confused. "Wait, what about the feast? Did you tell the king how many we are?" he shouted. Pip giggled. "Oh, there is no feast, Mr. Crocodile. I just needed a way to cross the river to eat this yummy grass. But thank you for showing me there are 12 of you." The crocodiles groaned. They had been tricked. They splashed their tails in frustration, but it was too late. Pip was already happily munching on the sweetest grass he had ever tasted. He had used his clever mind to solve a big problem, and he enjoyed his delicious meal, safe and sound. And so, Pip the clever deer taught everyone in the jungle that even when you are small, a quick mind and a brave heart can help you overcome the biggest challenges. The other animals admired his courage and cleverness, and Cranky the crocodile learned that it is not always a good idea to trust a hungry deer with a very important sounding plan. That's the end of our story for today. Wasn't Pip a clever little deer? It shows us that thinking creatively can help us find solutions to our problems. I hope you enjoyed our jungle adventure. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fun stories. See you next time, little explorers. Bye-bye.